Good morning, fellow Ambazonians. Today, na Saturday, the second day for the month of July 2022. My name na Capo Daniel, the spokesperson of Ambazonian Liberation War, aka Sense King, una own countryman. Una welcome for our daily podcast. For this program, we will bring una meaningful information, truth, and facts-based analysis for help we navigate this journey to our freedom, the independence of Ambazonia. Good people of the former British Southern Cameroons, citizens of Ambazonia. For this episode, with the title War Have Laws. Good people of Ambazonia, the talk say there is war law even in the international community. There are statutes that applies to states, non-state actors, and individuals. These laws are applicable and have universal jurisdiction and are a determining factor in whatever you do. The law of war is binding not only on the state party, but upon groups, individuals that prosecute, participate, or support a war. Even you support a war crime, you become an accessory when that act is committed. Social media is a very important tool that people across the globe use to effectuate change, to communicate, and to transmit important messages that impact the life of millions. Ambazonia is fighting a legitimate fight, a fight for the freedom of over 8 million and even more unborn people. This fight is so crucial and we cannot get it wrong. They always say, Ambazonians never miss an opportunity to miss an opportunity. This time, so help us God, we must get it right, for the sake of all the blood that have been spilled. There have been 2 mass killings in our beloved Manu state, where Ambazonians have been killing each other. The first was in Oboni, when a group of Cameroon elites hired Ambazonians in the name of vigilante, provided them with weapons to fight and slaughter our own. Few weeks later, the same thing has happened in the great state of Manu, with Ambazonians, fighters, well known. The Manu Unity Warrior launched an attack targeting a funeral, slaughtering men, women, children, elderly, indiscriminately, butchering them down just like the enemy. This is wrong. It can never be in our name. It should never ever happen and it should never be tolerated. Yes, we don't explain the root causes of the communal violence we don't take hold for all Ambazonia. La Republic, they look at the cracks between our community, open back old wounds where they used to exist intertribal war, to exploit it so that they can get a foothold within our community. Whether it is in Wum, in Nwa, across Ambazonia, we have seen Cameroon unelected officials, the so-called parliamentarians, senators, mayors, and members of the CPDM regime, being provided with millions, working in concert with the colonial SDOs and DOs to pay and recruit vigilante and instigate them to attack community along tribal lines, and another group of elites from the other side paying the Ambazonian fighters to retaliate, drawing our people into intertribal wars for the purposes of diverting the attention of the local people against the state of Cameroon and the occupation forces. And the same elite will come back on that same soil and say, we really need a Cameroon military barracks to guarantee peace. All of these are true. It does not mitigate our individual collective responsibility. It boils down to those who are pulling the trigger. No Ambazonian have the right to open fire disproportionately, targeting women, children, unarmed civilians who were in a funeral, like it took place in Akwaya. For 2 days, Ambazonian soldiers under the Manu Unity Warrior slaughtered our people from the 25th of June to the 26th of June.
Now the Unity Warrior so for Manu, where the Berlin people don't they kill, they destroy our soldiers. So they don't make a move today for Berlin community.
While it is true that the war was provoked by the Baleng people, we have evidence that these soldiers also have that the Baleng people were mobilized by the colonial senator Aka Martin, and to some extent helped by the support of this project by Reverend Funky Samuel of the Presbyterian Church, who are all part of the Baleng people, their network to fight for a division in Manu State in La République du Cameroon for benefit of their own elites. They had manipulated their youth, donate money, set up vigilante, trained them by the Cameroon military to attack the people in Mavas, killing many over the week, with the unelected senator Martin Aka announcing on the 18th on CRTV that he is in a war with Ambazonians, but he was killing innocent civilians. That has provoked our soldiers to react in this manner. Even when we call for a peaceful meeting, soldiers who went to attend that meeting were butchered, killed with axe and machete in the bush as they were running away. The forces have returned fire in revenge, not targeting the specific people that were involved. Who is going to blame them? But to designate an entire village for killing and manslaughter amounts to genocide. It is not acceptable. We reject it, we condemn it, and we call on every Ambazonian soldier to have it in their mind that you don't have the right to kill an unarmed civilian, let alone women, children, and the elderly.
The Unity Force, Manu. Where today, Saturday, that then they destroy Berlin community, where they kill Ambazonian soldiers, they collect Ambazonian arms. As you can see, there are many cops thrown in this community. This barrack is being sponsored by Fimasha the Game, General Tankuma P, General Fiano Bullet, General Omega, and General Oju Elegba 1.
We recall on the Unity Warrior in Manu to sit down and examine their actions and take actions to punish themselves if that can happen. Yes, they were provoked. Yes, vigilante group from Baleng were paid. They seized Ambazonian arms, kill Ambazonian soldiers, and also kill civilians, including children, women, and men in Mavas. Many of them killed in their farmland. This does not justify doing the same. It will never justify doing the same. When you do bad for bad, now the exact way La République want to make you do. They want to say make you do me respond in kind so that they go feel paint you, say you be the same like them. Now the fish show the one for the international community say Ambazonia, they also kill civilian, kill women, they also do genocide. They feel also show and say for the war say Ambazonia them, then they the same like them. And when it be say we too they the same, then we don't lose the case. Because now La République already hold our money for their pocket. Now we need to move something for their pocket, return and back for we. Now we need to be cleaner than them. Not be just say we do them for their sake. We do them for our own sake, because we fight a selfless fight for free our people. This may be very difficult when we go through the anger of losing our young people in the hands of people unjustly, and we feel the need to respond. But if we must respond in an appropriate manner, using an appropriate force, targeting legitimate targets, That is why we insist on a code of conduct. This is the only way you can guarantee the outcome that will benefit the people we are fighting to liberate. If you did for inside football game, for make it be simple for all my country people them. Football, even though na for fight for score, you know if you score at all costs. You know if you take ball with your hand, you throw am inside goal, if you say you don't score, then you talk to you don't win, no, you don't score. He enter for net. No. Football get rule. You must follow the rule. You must listen for referee. You must listen for linesman. You must also respect your opponent. Time where they don't put balls in that they pass ball, you must leave and stand for your side, meet them pass ball. Unless you follow the rule, you can never win. If some team the way they play with you, that team knows say you go win them. Then that team it begin to provoke you. He say, I will play you rough game, then kick you for where you do ball. Instead for you to call the referee, you take your hand, you box that team player there. They go move now you with red card. Before your eye go on open, the strong team, they will lose because they not be fit control themselves. We must control ourselves if we want to win this war. We must follow the rules. We must follow the code of conduct we would then put them for the Ambazonia Governing Council as simple as possible for all so that they understand. We must listen to wise counsel. You must listen to the people you have to listen. Not people who are going to mislead you, instigate your emotions to do things that will not help us in the long run and that will make us to waste all the blood and treasure we have lost and we have invested in this struggle so far. Wait till La Republic one time make you do. Now say make you throw away all the rules for back. Talk say they don't kill my papa, they don't kill my mommy, they don't burn my village. So I go kill their papa, I go kill their mommy, I go burn their village. When you do and so, when you don't give up, then you don't die. Any man will give up, you don't die. Any man will give up the rules, you don't die. La Republic enough will win we. The only way they feel win is for make go forget the rules, make go abandon them at all costs. Then be willing for allow some of their people that may then give you wrong advice, even for support you with money, only so that make you follow wrong advice. If you follow wrong advice, you go for the wrong way. When you go for road, you get plenty signboard them. If you not follow the right signboard, you go miss your road. If you not enter the right bus, even just because you hear it, also rain it come. You see a motor, you stand for junction. You want go for left. You see motor, you want go for right. Just because the time down begin go, you enter the wrong direction. You go for this, so they go work, come back. You go pay for that your price for that mistake you don't make. What would you call all this problem? Now for tell our people say, make we change our way. We must follow the rule. We will not kill our own people, no matter how much the provocation dey. No matter what the pain we go through, we must control ourselves if we must win. Be careful for anybody way they can tell you say go play bad game, go back and back. The way we would back and back, the way we would do self-defense, because self-defense get even preemptive action. It gets some action the way you do and for show the enemy say you also get anger in reprisal attack. But those actions must be within a limit of acceptability, legality, and in our moral conscience. We must fight the legitimate fight. We must target only legitimate targets for us to win. We must do that. We don't have a choice. No matter the pain that we will take, we must act right. We will condemn the action where the soldier they don't take them, not be because we will hate them, not be because we will not understand them. Yes, we understand them very well, but we would advise them, say, for their colleague, the way they be done die, for the all Ambazonia and their sacrifice, they don't make them. They no fit act in this manner. It be wrong. They no fit act in this manner at all. It be illegal. You cannot do it in our name. You cannot do it even in the name of those who have been killed by the vigilante in Baleng. You cannot, because when you do like that, they will not have justice. Instead, you will attract the unwanted attention and the unwanted solution. You go give voice for the people the way they want destroy we. We know, say the people the way they support the enemy them plenty. The people from Baleng would not see her Presbyterian moderator, Reverend Funky, when a Pekin way come out for that area. They has there for Asakade. He come out, he don't talk in a communal violence. He come out even blame na people them for inside Oliti, because they know say for Oliti in a place where higher poor come out they Ayapo, he get problem with Paul Biya because he did talk the truth. Ayapo, he don't open eye for all man for inside Mavas. All man for they know their right. So they did stand up, and all of them, they did support Ambazonia for inside there now 100%. So for the people them like Reverend Funky, the people them where they come up for this village for massacre Eko, when after they will La Republic, they don't choose their senator them for day. Then feel say if did their country people then go follow case for inside La Republic, their territorial administration, they go give them subdivision on their own. They will give employment for their picking them for day at the expense of all man for inside Akwaya and for the greater Manu area. Now for their selfish reason. Now for we for fight them, for expose them for who them be and which way they try for do. They the thief, not be only we, they also thief even Paul Biya, because we know say Reverend Funky he lie about which way it happened. Yes, there is communal violence, but he lie because they fight for land for day. He support a village people. And if he say when you go against Ayapo a village, Paul Biya go get friendship with you, they go reward you. But you no go work. Now for we for show the war, all this baba thing the way they do them for ground. With this senator and the parliamentarian them of the Satan, they do them for our people. So we call on our people them for inside Manu, the Manu unity warrior. Say this thing where they don't do, I made them know say na a crime. Nothing we will not accept them. They must be punished for this action, and they must stop this type of action in the future. If we want more win, the way for fight this injustice against we. Now for make sure say we focus on the La Republic military barracks where they for inside that place when they train that they're vigilante. Now they arm that they're vigilante. Now for we for educate all Mesaka Eko people. They say me they know say them be in Ambazonia. Now for their ultimate benefit, me justice it come for Ambazonia, me Ambazonia be free. Now the way that for take them do. You dey bring na light for drive darkness. You know if you take darkness, bring them for darkness, they go talk say oh na two go when light go come. We don't also see today the red dragons of Field Marshal they don't enter from Chang. They attack market for the bonbon market, civilian people they are kako. Bonbon them all. This one also na rough game, na rough work. You know correct. The doubling declaration where the Ambazonian Governing Council is doing. Ambazonian Governing Council, it need to fight now for Ambazonian Governing Council or for ADF. It fight now for Ambazonia. Now, just organization where it champion our cause, it attract the right talents for make sure semi all things they go right. We will declare for the doubling declaration where it put a blueprint for incursion into La Republic for cross-border attack. So if we attack only legitimate targets, only military target inside La Republic, le highway no pity be enter for inside La Republic, it go attack only La Republic, their military place, finish only military people. Even the civilian for that place, they be see them how them come enter for they not be talk anything. Because they be not say these people then they can't do na good work, they can't attack na terrorist Cameroon army them. Where they worry we and they also worry their people. Even their journalists them for TV, they be confirm. So we no fit cross they go for inside Nchang. Became born na people civilian, their market thing them born civilian, their motor them. He go instant make and the people for inside that La Republic, they go talk say will be na people who they attack na them, where they never do them nothing. Even though they need the support we them, they live their day-to-day life, it go be na a crime. It go motivate their military, say me they not say they get a just cause. A military they not be get moral. We must follow a code of conduct. We must not play rough game. You play rough game, you go get red card and you go make an all man go lost. The whole team go lost because of one player. If you get bad goalkeeper, in one error, if you make an all-man lost game. You get one strike away, novice score, the all-man go lost game. We fight now a collective war. We all get an interest in everyone in conduct for this struggle. Now, why that would talk say we must follow a code of conduct. We must fight right for us to win rightly. And say the ends justify the means. The means also determine the end. If we want the end to be right, we must get the means to be right. God bless you.